as a whole being awesome, as we are now in the second quarter and we are charged up to do great things here in the Eagles Nest. So one of the ways that we can be successful in the second quarter and on a Tuesday in a second quarter is by making sure that we're following the Fairview Five. So scholars say the Fairview Five is not just something that we just say every day, although it is, but it's also something that we want to make sure that we're participating in each and every day, because actions always speak louder than words, right? So knowing the Fairview Five is one thing. Participating and doing it all throughout the day is another. So that's what we're looking for as an elite scholar here in the Eagles Nest. That means that you're actively listening to the speaker. You're locked in with your eyes and your ears in every class you go to, whether it's music, whether it's PE, whether it's math, whether it's reading, science, doesn't matter. You are locked in with that awesome teacher and staff member. Number two, you're keeping your hands and feet to yourself. That's a good life skill to have. Number three, cleaning up your area, making sure that you're staying organized. Remember, we talked a couple of weeks ago on announcements before we were out for a week about excellence. And one of the ways that you can be excellent is to be organized and to be prepared. Number four, being kind to others with your words and actions. That is always something that you want to do. It's really easy to tear down people. It's hard to lift people up. So lift people up, because remember, we also talked about when we talked about being excellent, we talked about positivity and making sure that we're uplifting others around us, because when we're positive to other people, it makes us feel good too, which just turns out to make us have a great day along with others around us. And last but not least, number five, doing your best each day. Whether it's a benchmark, whether it's an EOG, whether it's just a regular day in class, you always want to do your best. That's what separates you from other scholars in other schools, because you are an elite scholar. Hey, we have a scholar pledge that says, as a Fairview scholar, I choose, not I'm forced or I have to, but I choose integrity, excellence, and teamwork. So we talked about integrity, right? Doing the right thing when nobody else is watching. Excellence is that pursuit every day of doing the right thing. And then, of course, teamwork, working with those around me to do great things. Today, I will soar to new heights and do my best. I am a Fairview Eagle, and I will be successful. So we got a Class Dojo store coming up in about 3 weeks before we get out for another couple of days. But with that, you want to make sure that you are earning your points. So last time it was 75 points. This time it's 100 points. So as the year goes on, the point totals increase, because that means you've been in the Eagles Nest for now 11 weeks. So it's time to make sure that you know how to earn those points and do great things to get those points so that you can be invited inside the Scholar Dollar store. It's also some more fun things coming with the Scholar Dollar store in the second quarter. So you got to have the points to be able to participate. So make sure that you're earning those points, right? Those points you won't find them laying on the hallway floor. You got to earn those points each and every day. Something else that you have to earn is becoming a Scholar of the Week. Looking forward to getting back to that on Friday, and also our Next Level Champions. I will tell you this. You might want to be a class that wins the Next Level Championship belt this week. That's all I'm saying. All right, little surprise coming with that, especially that cafeteria belt. You definitely want to win that one this week. So, hey, we are talking this month about Native American Heritage Month. So all throughout the month of November, we are going to be talking about Native Americans and the culture and what they have provided to the United States. And sometimes you might hear it as Indigenous People or Native American Heritage Month. Either way, it is a way that we can celebrate the contributions of our Native Americans and what they have been able to do for the United States. So we'll do that all throughout the month of November. Today, I want to give you an overview, a couple of facts that we'll be talking about, and then give you a snapshot of what we'll be doing over the next couple of weeks on morning announcements. Then I'll cut you loose for today. So a couple of these facts, and we'll talk about these facts over the next couple of weeks as we highlight some of these. But just so you guys know, Native American Heritage Month started in November of 1990, the year 1990. So it is the year 2021 now. So all the way back in 1990, it started as a month-long celebration. Before that, it was just one day, right? So it was turned into a month-long celebration in the 90s, and we've been celebrating that ever since. Check this out. Just over 2% of the United States population identifies as Native American. So we'll break that number down, because 2%, you see the number 2 and you're like, that's not a lot. Well, 2% of the population is a lot. So we'll talk a little bit about that this week and next week. And then last but not least, the most common language, right? And if I can move out of the way, you can see it. The most common of these languages is Navajo with nearly 200,000 speakers. So only 175 out of the 300 languages are still spoken today in the United States. And one of those, of course, over 200,000 people still speak that today. Native Americans speak that today, and some here in the state of North Carolina. So we'll explore those facts over the next couple of weeks and dive a little bit deeper into those. But I wanted to show you another thing, and we'll look at this every single day. But if you did not know, this is the map of North Carolina. So it is broken down by counties. So if you didn't know, we are in Guilford County, right? So Guilford County Schools. So Guilford County has Greensboro and High Point and all those great places, right? But it is broken all the way down by all of these counties, over 100 counties in North Carolina. But if you see the different colors on the map, you see red, you see yellow, you see blue, you see purple, green, orange, brown, light blue. Those represent the different tribes that are currently in the state of North Carolina. So the different Native American tribes that are in the state of North Carolina. So there are eight tribes represented today in the state of North Carolina. Now they're listed over there off to the side, but we're going to highlight each one of those over the next couple of weeks. So we'll take a look at this map, break this map down over the next couple of weeks as well. And I'm not going to read all these tribe names to you because we are going to go over each one of these over the next couple of weeks. But if you take a look, these are the 8 different tribes in the state of North Carolina. So we're not talking about the other 49 states. We're just talking about our own state that we live in right now. There are 8 Native American tribes that still exist today and are very high functioning and are doing a lot of good things in their community. So I'm looking forward, and we will start with the Kahari tribe tomorrow as we learn a little bit more about their customs and traditions. And then over the next couple of days, we'll talk about the other tribes as well. We're also going to do a book study over the next couple of weeks as well. So there's 2 books, and both of these can be found in the Fairview Library. It's one of my favorite things about Miss Mahan's library, right? In the library and in our media center, we have an array of texts that you can check out when you were down there with Miss Mahan, but a lot of different texts that go along with what we're talking about on the morning announcement. So we're going to read our first text towards the end of this week. We're going to read something called Thunderboy Jr. It's a really good text. I can't wait to read that one. And then we're going to read about fry bread. And so those will be our 2 that we read about over the next couple of weeks. And then tomorrow, of course, we are going to work on the Kahari tribe. So I'm looking forward to working with you and working through our Native American Heritage Month. It's going to be a great month in the Eagle's Nest as we continue to learn a little bit more about others around us and about the cultures and customs that represent some of those that may be sitting around us right now. And so with that, it is 7:37. I'm looking forward to seeing you in action today. Today is going to be a fantastic day in the Eagle's Nest. I want to make sure that you are not only following the Fairview 5, but you are also making sure that you are wearing your mask over your mouth and your nose at all times, and also making sure that you are continuing to follow the Fairview 5 to not only become a Scholar of the Week, but to also just be the best and elite scholar that you can be. Looking forward to seeing you in action today. Remember, scholars, to be great because you are great. It's 7:38. Time to get after it today. Have an excellent Tuesday.